Hi, hello, Sairam. Uh, Today we have a new Gloskrutham promo story that is called Lucky Quality. Today it is 10th March 2016, Thursday. Now it is around 8:30 p.m. IST. And the Gloskrutham promo story for today, it is called uh, Lucky Quality. It is an English Gloskrutham story, promo story. The previous story, a healthy victory using a philosopher's stone, also known as a Gloskrutham story that's read multiple times, that's read and reread again and again multiple times using. That story in English is, it's about the garment industrialist that trying auction, and then after that he tries option after reading a Gloskrutham story once, and then after the second read, I mean, what happens? He reads again and again, multiple times. He tries to read the Gloskrutham story multiple times, and then what happens? That is the Gloskrutham story that is already been bid at rupees 300 by Sri C.R. Unikrishnan Madam. Up to you if you want to bid further. To bid further, you can call me in my mobile number 94469 35373. The country code is 0091, India. So this is Lucky Quality. This story, we are getting into directly into this story that is called Lucky Quality. It is in English. Balram been thinking about the contours of a new Gloskrutham Brahma story with a title already written, Lucky Quality, from the random numbers that already generated. Then there came before Balram the half attire of Superman, won by Buttercup in Powerpuff Girls. So Balram been thinking about this, what to write next. Then he with the random number generated, with the random numbers, he made the title of the story already as Lucky Quality. Then he was thinking what to write, how to write, what to write, and then there came before him Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls, wearing half of the attire of Superman, a half attire of Superman. Powerpuff Girls, along with Buttercup, been busy in their regular bus of saving the world. In their regular bus, in their regular business of saving the world as usual. But then they saw a boy sitting quietly in a corner, sitting along and so shy in the umbrella. But then they saw a boy who has been not that very much interested in Powerpuff Girls, Dash, and Buttercups usual bus of saving the world. usual business that they do with saving the world. And that boy was doing some maths equations instead of watching the CC cartoon channel. Of Powerpuff Girls with Buttercup. Then they thought of, this boy, alone and so shy. A little boy, alone and so shy. He was sitting there. Then they saw that boy sitting there in the corner, alone and so shy. They thought they shall sing a waltz, a song for the boy. To enchant that boy, they thought to themselves, the Powerpuff Girls thought to themselves. Powerpuff Girls, when they saw the boy, they thought, who could be this disciple of Ramanujan, who is not interested in their regular bus of saving the world. Powerpuff Girls, normally children are very interested in their regular bus of saving the world. And but this boy is not that interested. He is doing alone and so shy, somewhere in the corner and doing his math solution. Who could be this disciple of Ramanujan? And then they thought hard about it and decided how to win over the boy. And to win over that boy, they decided to change the attire of Buttercup with a Superman's half attire. Superman, the Buttercup, they have got a, their frock and, they have got an attire. And Superman has got, Superman half attire, Superman's attire, how it is, how Superman wear their attire. So half of that Buttercup copied. So that the boy also gets interested in their bus with saving the world. So when they saw the boy doing the maths equations and just not listening to them, just not that much interested in them, they just did a half Superman attire with Buttercup. And then again came, now Balram is actually watching this whole incident. But how Buttercup and Powerpuff Girls are trying to, serve the world by, with the boy also, how they are going to get the boy also interested in their bus of saving the world. So Balram interest increased, and he also started watching closely in a disciplined manner what all could be the action-packed drama of the Powerpuff Girls that could be unfolding to take the boy also along with them in saving the world. Buttercup then raised her hand up for a skydiving. And then Buttercup just raised her hand like a Superman and just did that, skydiving things. Suddenly, that slightly enchanted that boy. He suddenly raised his head from the maths equation that he was solving, to the cartoon channel, and saw Buttercup doing an amazing skydiving act with Superman's half attire, and that moment been enough for the other Powerpuff Girls too to shoot a few arrows. In the sense, they also jumped into the scenario, and then they also, shot a few arrows to, to add the enchantment to that game to save the world, and with their eyes in support, they also shoot a few, the buffalo to shoot a few arrows with their eyes in support of the skydiving buttercup, so that to lift the buttercup above the boy's eyes. I mean, in the V shape. How how the what do you call they do this flying, the V-shaped birds fly. They just, from the front bird they get energy backwards also. V-shaped flying of birds. That you can watch any YouTube video on it. There's something around 72% of energy is saved when such a kind of flying happens. So, and they kept their eyes on, and the other two aircraft girls also kept their eyes on, with their eyes the arrows of and formed an arrow like V-shaped shape, and they also started to do the skydiving and to lift the buttercup. Buttercup was in front, so buttercup above the boy, so that the boy can see buttercup lifting high, flying high, along with this V-shaped arrow with the other two puffers, with their hands up like Superman doing skydiving to serve the world. They all cherished that moment and hoped they shall get yet another addicted spectator too for their cartoon channel, CC, for their CC. But then, suddenly to the rescue of the boy, luckily there came a Saturn intervention. The granny who been keenly watching all these events suddenly changed the channel to Victor's channel, education channel, learning channel, so that the boy may do some learning, and that he can also fly, instead of watching flights of Powerpuff Girls with a kind of addiction. Instead of getting addicted to cartoon channel, if he learns something from Victor's channel, probably like butterfly's wings, learning butterfly. Otherwise, butterfly has to struggle to get get the wings spread to fly like a butterfly. Then when the butterfly applies, the worm applies the pressure on the pupa. Worm in the pupa applies pressure on the walls of the cocoon. Then what happens? The blood gets spread, and aspects, and their wings start growing. So with that, the learning has got such a power. With education, with the learning, with the kind of knowledge integration, that has got some power like that. So Granny suddenly saw this chap stopping the solving the equation, and he's starting to watch the CC cartoon channel. Then the granny intervened with a lucky intervention like a Saturn. With the lucky intervention of the granny, the boy again went back to his usual bus of solving the maths problem at hand, watching the Victor's channel, thanks to the intervention of the granny. So the lucky intervention happened. Granny, in the name of granny, and she changed the channel from. So the Powerpuff Girls went there, since the granny intervened, the Powerpuff Girls their air just went down. And he did maths equation problem. Then day after he started doing the again that is his problem, his homework. The day after in the class, the teacher sent a special appreciation letter along to the boy along with a special gift into his house, telling that he been the only boy, only student who did and solved that difficult homework maths problem that the teachers give to all the students in the class the previous day. So, he was the only boy who did that problem. And then the boy remembered what his granny said. Then the boy remembered what granny said. He remembered that always in his life. When she changed the channel from cartoons to Victor's, CC cartoon channel to Victor's channel, CC to VC, that if he goes for cartoon channels more, CC, if he goes for CC's more, CC more, he may not get all those free gifts always as freely and frequently as when he goes for the cartoon channel, CC. He may not get all those free gifts always as frequently and as freely. He may not get that much if he goes for a cartoon channel, CC. That was the advice that he always remembered. The boy always remembered that what his granny said. Then the boy remembered what his granny said. The granny said, she had said, son, I wouldn't say like that, but exactly like that, but it's not very sure, but these are all imaginary Gloskrutham stories. So when the granny said, don't go in for the cartoon channel, but go for the Vic, and she went change that to Victor's channel. What happened? What she said, he got a special gift from the teacher with an appreciation letter. So what he remember always in his life, the boy always remembered then he remembered in his life what his granny said, that if you watch more, if you go for the CC cartoon channel, he may not get, if he goes for it, he may not get all those free gifts always as freely and as frequently. If he is not watching the as frequently as he is getting when he is not watching the cartoon channel, CC. He watches that free gifts and frequent free gifts may cost up. Instead of if he reduce the watching of the cartoon CC channel, CC, and increase VC, then probably chances are high for free gifts and to flow faster, more freely and frequently. So that is the Gloskrutham story. A lucky quality. Need not be a mass entertainer, but just for the sake of a thoughtful entertainer. Bye bye. Sai Ram.